Hello, and welcome back to another video on Time Gaming. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all FNAF games based on the amount of content they have. So in my previous tier list video, I ranked all of the FNAF games based on horror. So in this video, I'm going to be ranking them based on how much content they have. And this one, I actually do a special delivery. So yeah. So without further ado, let's begin with the video. So in terms of content, FNAF 1, I'm sorry, but I have to give you an F. You don't really have that much content. It's kind of just sitting in an office and looking at cameras. Not really much to offer. FNAF 2. FNAF 2 has a little bit more content. I mean, at least they have a music box and something like that. Actually, not. Yeah, I'm putting an F. 2 because that's not enough. I don't think that's enough to move it out of the F tier. But I am going to put FNAF 2 above FNAF 1 because at least there's a little bit more content than FNAF 1 does. FNAF 3. FNAF 3 feels the same story, but I think that I fortunately have to put FNAF 3 down in F tier, but I will put it above the other FNAF games because it at least has a bit more content. I think FNAF 4. I think I'm going to put it second most content. So I'll put FNAF 4 between FNAF 3 and FNAF 2 because it does have some new content. It does have some new content, and more so. I think it has more new content. Wait, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I guess I could put it above FNAF 3. But yeah, anyways. Fortunately, though, Sister Location changes that. Sister Location. Wait a minute. But yeah, actually, you know what? I guess the Halloween DLC is enough to elevate FNAF 4 to D tier, but it's still not too much. Actually, you know what? I think I'll put these up in D tier. Because they do have the part where you're allowed to see the characters and stuff in their design, so I guess that's enough to put it in the D tier? I don't really know. Anyways, FNAF World. FNAF World, you're easily getting S tier. There is literally so much content in FNAF World. In terms of content, Scott overdid himself on FNAF World because FNAF World literally has so much content. And I think, and in my opinion, it has more content than any other game he's developed. My personal opinion. I'm not talking about or at least among FNAF games. I haven't looked into his previous creations, so I don't really know much about them other than their names. Okay. Sister Location. Sister Location, I think, and I believe Sister Location has enough content to bring herself up to C tier. For me, it's a pretty hard debate between B and C. Actually, I might go ahead and put it in B. Thanks to the cut. So yeah, so I think I'll put Sister Location in B. Thanks to the custom DLC and all of the new stuff that Sister Location has to offer. I mean, Sister Location is so much stuff, and it can keep you busy for a while. So yeah. So overall in terms of content, I think I'll give Sister Location a B. Pizzeria Sim. I guess I'll give Pizzeria Simulator a C in terms of content because it definitely has more content than some games. I mean, you can make your own pizzeria. Actually, I think I'll put it in B. Maybe in the bus system. Wait, what? Wait, what the? Did I just accidentally delete it? Oh no, okay, it's here. I'll put it in what? There we go, and put it in front of this location because Pizzeria Simulator does have a fairly good amount of content. Yeah, it does have a fairly good amount of content, but the thing I really dislike is the fact that most of that content is taken over by the pizzeria part of the game. But yeah, anyways, I guess now we'll continue. Ultimate Custom Night. I think I'll put Ultimate Custom Night in a C, and just like the horror video where I put it in a C terms before, I think now C will also be a fitting pace for amount of content it has. Because it definitely has more content in the first 4 with 50 animatronics, Custom Night, and numerous challenges and Easter eggs and stuff. But I don't think that, in my opinion, that has enough. Well, maybe actually, you know what? Maybe I'll put these up here and move these down into the C level because Ultimate Custom Night does have a fairly good amount of content actually, and a lot of Easter eggs. So yeah, I guess it's pretty good. I guess. I don't really know if I'm making the right decision here. Help wanted. Help wanted. I think I'll put it. It's either A or B. We'll just put an A for now. But anyway, I'll change it if I deem it, and I'll change it if I deem it necessary. But yeah, Help Wanted. It's a pretty interesting game. It's a VR game, and it basically showcases all the previous FNAF games plus a couple of extra stuff into one game, which is interesting. And then adds all on to those games. So special delivery, I think I'll put it at B. Less than I think it has less content than Ultimate Custom Night, but more than Pizzeria Simulator or Sister Location. Special delivery is basically an AR game. Now, for those of you who don't know, an AR game, it's basically just records like reality and stuff. It's best on phones. That's why it's best on phones and mobile devices and stuff. So basically, it records reality and then puts virtual items or entities into the it integrates them into reality. Well, at least in the game it does. So that's why it's called AR. AR is short for augmented reality. It doesn't necessarily change the reality, it just adds virtual stuff to the reality. But anyways, yeah. Freddy in Space 2 in terms of Freddy in Space okay, Freddy in Space 2. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and put these all in tier. I don't think they have very much content. In my personal opinion, I don't know. Maybe you can change my mind, but I don't know. I haven't actually played, and I think Security Breach I put at the bottom. I haven't actually played Chica in Space 3 because I think they removed it. Yeah, I think that's good because I don't know exactly how much in Chica in Space 3. Freddy in Space 3, Chica in Space. I think it's more than Freddy in Space 2, but I don't know for sure. And yeah, Security Breach. You ain't asking me twice. Security Breach is definitely S tier. Security Breach takes place in the Mega Pizzaplex. Keyword being mega. It's huge. It has all kinds of intricate details and stuff like that. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put it above FNAF World. It has so much content. It has so many Easter eggs. It's pretty much it's almost like too hard to find them all. It's insane. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of content. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of content. So yeah. Okay. Now for Security Breach Ruin. Security Breach Ruin, it's not nearly having as much content as Security Breach does, but it still has a good amount of content. And has a lot less of the free roam factor that Security Breach does, and mostly it makes you follow a set path, since you're trying to free the mimic, so that kind of makes sense. But it does have a good amount of content, so I think I'll put it in S tier, but I'll put it behind FNAF World. Because you don't have nearly as much of the Pizzaplex to explore, mostly following a set path to free the mimic. Well, I guess I'll put it above FNAF World, but yeah, definitely not as nearly as much content as Security Breach, but still has a good amount nonetheless. Help Wanted 2. I'll put Help Wanted 2 in the A tier now. I'll put it above Help Wanted 1. But yeah, anyways, Help Wanted seems like it's going to be a but yeah, Help Wanted 2 was a pretty interesting game. It definitely wasn't the biggest game, which kind of makes sense since VR games are kind of restricted to an extent. But it still had a pretty good amount of content, and I think it did pretty good in terms of content. Definitely not as good as some games, but still, I guess they did well. I'm sorry, I guess they did well. 5 laps at Freddy's. Now, just know that the demo is out, so we don't know all the content that's going to be out, but so I'm ranking kind of based on an assumption, based on the demo we are given. And I think I'm going to put it in the A tier. Sorry, but you've earned it. I really don't want to say this to 5 laps at Freddy's because I hate 5 laps at Freddy's, but if the demo says anything about the game, then it's going to have a huge amount of content. Can have multiple levels, all kinds of levels, characters, and cars. So yeah. In fact, who knows? I might even put it up in S tier because I don't even know for sure. But yeah. Do I like 5 Laps at Freddy's? Let me make it clear. I do not like 5 Laps at Freddy's, but I guess it kind of gets the ticket. So, yeah. I guess it'll work. Okay, and now for Into the Pit. I think Into the Pit will go as a C. Cause it doesn't because it doesn't. I'll put it at the top of C. Cause actually I might even put it up at DB. But anyways, Into the Pit. It's not the biggest game, but it does have a lot of endings and stuff, and a lot of interesting stuff for you to lore and Easter eggs and stuff for you to explore. So for that, actually, I might even move it up to B. But yeah, because it has a lot of interesting stuff to offer, and yeah. So yeah, it's pretty interesting overall. In fact, I might even put it above special delivery. But yeah, it has a lot of Easter eggs and stuff for you to endings and secret and Easter eggs and stuff for you to explore. But anyways, yeah, that is the end of today's video. Now I'm gonna take a quick look over all of the FNAF games ranked by content order from most to least. In the S tier, we have Security Breach, Ruin, FNAF World, and 5 Laps at Freddy's. In the A tier, we have Help Wanted 2 and the original Help Wanted game. In the B tier, we have Ultimate Custom Night, Into the Pit, and Special Delivery. In the C tier, we have Pizzeria Simulator and Sister Location. In the D tier, we have FNAF 4 and FNAF 3. In the F tier, we have FNAF 2, FNAF 1, Freddy in Space 3 Chicken in Space, Freddy in Space 2, and Security Breach Fury's Rage. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. If you liked today's video, please get to like, and as always, subscribe. It really helps. I will be doing more tier list videos in the future. I'm getting used to the tier list thing now, and I really want to start doing a lot of tier list videos in the future. So if you like tier list videos, please do get to like, and as always, subscribe. Bye bye for now.